Welcome along to the latest in our series, Nix Stars In Lockdown. And this is the one everybody's been asking for. This is the one everyone's been waiting for. What about the skipper? What about Stevie Taylor? How's he getting on? Let's find out. How are you getting on? You're looking bloody well.
Yeah, feeling good. Obviously nothing else to do, but just run. Literally get out there and run every single day. It's just keep on top of things more than anything. Piney, I think, get up in the morning, get into that routine of kind of just going for a run down the beach, up and down the hills, the steps, coming back, bit of breakfast, catch up with the family back home in the UK, and then back to the routine of just Tabata sessions. And I think it's every 3 days. So the club will do Tabata sessions for us. So it keeps us busy, and I think the team as well keep in touch with each other.
What do those sessions consist of? Can you just explain to me what that means? What did you say, Tabata?
Yeah, Tabata sessions. Obviously, it changes up. So every 3 days we'll have a core abs kind of session. Then we'll do stuff like burpees, press ups, star jumps, and just kind of fitness stuff like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or you'll change it up to 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So it's a good sweat. I think it's a good little workout for the boys to keep ticking over, as well as all the other stuff that the boys are doing, obviously when they're out there running on the roads or wherever they're running.
You mentioned that word a couple of times, routine. Is that the hardest thing, Stevie? Not, footballers and sports people are so used to having a routine, get up, have your breakfast, go to training, do whatever's laid out in front of you. Is keeping to some sort of routine important, do you think?
For me personally, yeah, I find it's pretty good for myself. I get up in the morning, what I normally do on a day-to-day basis, and that's all I've ever known since leaving school at 16 is going to training, coming back. So I don't want to get out of that kind of routine. Don't want to get lazy, having lanes. I never have a lane. I'm up probably like 6:30 every day. So I'll do that, and it's a perfect time going down there, get the headphones on, and just going for a run, especially down by the waterfront. It's incredible, and it's a nice bit of chill time. But I'm thinking, should I go back home? I'm thinking I better stay out here and start running because there's nothing else to do back up there. So, I'm sick of watching the jet ski every couple of days. So, yeah, the best thing to do is obviously just keep on running.
I want to get to the jet ski in a moment, but I mean, you can't run all the time and do your sessions all the time. What about your downtime? How are you filling in time? What are you doing?
Yeah, obviously speaking to the family early in the morning when I wake up, and then obviously nighttime. But during the day, I'll try and do obviously as much fitness as possible. So whether it's the running, out on the bike, Tabata sessions, or documentaries, watching a lot of documentaries, TV shows. And that's obviously filming a lot of afternooning. And then obviously nighttime here is morning in the UK. So get to speak to the family, bit of FaceTime there, making sure they're all right. And speaking to the best mate and my godsons.
Right, the jet ski. I mean, obviously it's not getting a run at the moment. Can you tell us how it all came about? I mean, it's become such an iconic part of your life. When did you first think to yourself that you should buy one? Or did you have one previous to coming to New Zealand?
No, so seriously, I was thinking last year. So when I was here last year, but I didn't know the situation with my contract. I didn't know if the Phoenix were going to keep us. So when I knew they were going to keep us, that was when I was thinking, right, I need to start getting out there and looking for a jet ski. And it's become a massive hobby for myself. And in my off season in Dubai, I'm always on the jet ski. So it's a little bit of a chill out time for me, especially after training. I get out there. It's my zen time, as we say. But I love it. Literally around here and down Oriental Bay, Sacred Island, and then you're going around Island Bay. It's beautiful. It really is good. And obviously Bali and Hoop's got the jet skis as well. So I was by myself in the ocean thinking anybody else would have fancied to get a jet ski. And then eventually the English boys helped us out. The Kiwis and Aussies miserable to stick to their coffees. So thankfully the English boys came out in the ocean with me.
And did I see on your Instagram the other day, you've actually got it up on your deck, your jet ski now? Is it up there on your deck, sort of, looking longingly down at the water, wondering when it's going to get another run?
It was bloody hard work, mate, getting that out the garage, down the ramp, up onto the deck. That's it worked out itself. And then once I got up on the deck, I thought, I need to sit down here. So I sat down on it, just closed my eyes and visualized myself out in the ocean. So it won't be too long, hopefully, get myself back out there. But yeah, listen, just get there on the bike, get the jet ski out, get a good clean, do some workouts. And yeah, I miss being out there. And we had a good little click with Bali and Hoops. We'd get it out nearly every day. Anytime the water was good, we were out there, stopped on the beach, get out, have lunch, head off to St. John's, grab a coffee near there, and then back on it and explore the island here.
Some of your teammates were spoken to on the series, and they seem to be doing okay in lockdown. I want to ask you about a couple of them and how you reckon they'd be getting on. How do you reckon Gary Hooper would go in lockdown? He's gone back to the UK, I think. How would he be going in lockdown?
Yeah, Gary keeps himself. He likes his TV show, so he's all right. I think the English lads, we're used to that. You're away from home a lot, especially with football. You're on the road, traveling a lot. So for us, it's a normal kind of way of life. So we get used to that. So I don't think he'll ever struggle with that kind of thing. The same as Bawley as well. I know he's got his family there, but he's built like us. Always on the road, always like get your iPad, get your movies, your TV shows, and he's always on the phone to his family. He's always got to do stuff with the kids, so that keeps him occupied as well. And I think he'll be driving around the bend as well.
Anybody you think would really struggle? Any of the younger boys you reckon would be struggling being cooped up for so long?
Probably Libby Kakachi, I think, maybe, because I think he's used to staring at the players a lot, and I don't know who he's going to stare at now. Probably himself in the mirror and have a good face-off. It'd be incredible to see what he's doing with himself during the day, but I do miss him, every day going in there. And that's one of the biggest things as a professional footballer is that day-to-day. You go and you see the players and you miss the banter every day. That's the kind of thing that I'm missing definitely. And the next best thing I can do is obviously the Zoom calls, FaceTime the boys, but you miss it, That's the everyday training on the pitch and stuff. You can do as much running as you want. Like I'll go for the runs and you can do the hill runs, your bike, whatever you want, but you don't have that physical kind of everyday competitive challenge, with each other in the kind of the games. So you can train as much as you want. I've done it when I've been injured, finally with me Achilles, where you train hard, but until you get into that game mode, it means nothing. That's where you get your fitness. So yes, keep yourself ticking over, make sure you're looking after yourself. And the boys, to be fair to them, they're in great shape. So I think credit to them, and it's great. I think they have a little, competitiveness between each other. You're seeing what they're doing. Me and Bawley always exchanging our stuff. What I found difficult to do and what he found difficult. So we're trying to do things together and on the FaceTimes and say, try that today and I'll try yours tomorrow. How are you getting on? And that just kind of fills in our days. But I think we're just waiting to get back as a group. That's going to be the best thing. So at the moment, that's the sacrifice we've got to take. But it's just like when you're in off season, you have a holiday. For me, I'm on a retreat at the moment. I look out at these ocean views, wake up in the morning and think, this is unbelievable. Not a bad isolation, to be fair. You know what I mean? So I can't complain.
So, we've heard today that, there's the desire to get back out there, first of all, training and then into games. So given what you just said, how long do you reckon it would take on the training pitch before you're match ready? You can't just go from isolation to a game. How long do you assume that period will be? A couple of weeks, a month?
I think we're very lucky with the squad that we've got. We've got very naturally fit players. So for me, I think if you say, I'll say 3 weeks. I think if you give the lads a hard 3 weeks, especially the way we train, but I think still they're going to need some game time. So I think a few little practice games. And then I think we're going to be running an adrenaline boost. I think from where we left off in the A-League, the boys are frustrated because they want to finish the league. Want to create a bit of history here for the Phoenix. It's exciting hearing the fans when the message saying, listen, it's one of the best Phoenix side we've had in one time where we believe we can actually win something. So for us, we believe that in ourselves as well. We've got a great manager. He's given us the confidence week in, week out to go and express ourselves. And that's one thing. He never, ever puts any pressure on us. First 4 or 5 games of the season, a lot of the outside world and media, they were putting a lot of pressure on the boys. I remember having one reporter coming up to me and saying, how does it feel like being the captain of the worst Wellington Phoenix in the history? So for me to see him after we played victory in the tunnel, that was a bit of a satisfaction for me. But I think just the lads, they're reacting, they thrive in that kind of challenge. And for me, it's exciting to have that. And being around the hungry players, day in, day out, and they're pushing me. It's great to have that competitiveness every single session, the tackles that are flying in. It's a hunger, the competition for players, which we didn't have last year. The difference between this year and last year for me would be, I think we had some very good individual players that won us games last year, whereas a collective performances like week in, week out here, the standards that we have set from day one. Yes, we weren't getting the results early on in the season, but I think from the boys that just continue to keep going, believing. And you've seen week in, week out, how good is it to watch for yourself? If you haven't seen a Phoenix side like that put on displays where we are literally dismantling teams at home, away, We have no fear when we're going to games, believing we can win. And I think that's credit to the lads and credit to the manager and his staff as well, because they never let us get comfortable. Even when we have a good result, we think we play well. He comes in and he nails us. He really wants us to go to the next level. He says, "You've set your standards, and we've got to maintain them and never let them drop, because the competition for players that will just keep pushing us and pushing us." There's been lads who haven't had much game time this year, and they're the ones who have been pushing day in, day out. And that's why I think you see the best out of us, the starting 11, who's played obviously nearly a lot of the season together, and it's kept them on their toes. And I think you need that to have the successful season that you want.
Yeah, you're right though. It's been brilliant to watch, and I mean, you're in a pretty unique position in that you were part of that team last year and part of the team this year. And they've been showing some games on Sky from last season, and you can see the bones of what this season has become. But there's just a bit something extra, and I guess it comes from players and, as you say, playing as a team. But was that hard to build? Because, as you say, at the start, when you came back to pre-season, you were 7 guys. Guys came in, and then you weren't getting results. Was it hard for you to lead the team and to keep the spirits high?
It was an exciting challenge, I think, from day one, when we had a lot of young lads coming into the group. And what we do have, I think, is a good mix of the experience and the youth. We'll put that together and it's formed. As long as we stick to the game plan from day one, the manager said, we're going to play like this. We're going to play like this. Even for losing, keep playing and believing. And the boys in training, we do the same thing over and over again. And we know each other's roles. So nothing's different to us. Like Uffy said as well, if the team plays like this, we go to this. We've got 2 or 3 different game plans we can go to during a game, and we always believe that we're in the game. I think we get stronger as the game goes on. You look at how people get tired against us. That's the worst thing. I even tell them, you do not want to be getting tired now. The guys that are coming on, and I see them coming on, and the likes of Hoops, before we got him fit, the difference that he made to the football club, and I think you see his quality. But the boys, they really have. The young lads have stepped up to the plate when they've asked to, and they really shined.
Couple more for you, because I know you've got to get back to whatever it is that you're going to be doing next, which is probably some more running or something like that. Yeah, but what about your friends back in the UK? Because obviously, this is a global thing. They're not playing over there either. I know you're still in touch with guys you played with in the UK. How are they getting on?
Yeah, just obviously listening to what their clubs are asking them to do, what they're doing day to day, seeing their gym programs, what running sessions they're doing, and their diet, like what sort of stuff. So it was quite interesting, like listening to, their clubs are supplying 3 meals a day to them. So I'm going to have to speak to the owners here and say, any chance of that? Because I wonder why we don't get that. But, I'll put that one to bed for them. I'll give them the benefit of doubt, but I expect that next season. There is, obviously they're on it all the time, Zoom calls like us. So I think we're very lucky, likes of Aidan and Ben, who are literally keep on top of the players. And make it exciting as well for the guys to keep pushing themselves and, not get comfortable. Don't get lazy. I think that's one of the biggest things. If you're feeling tired, get yourself out of the house, go for a 10K walk or a 5K run, and then just build up there until you get past that 45 minutes to an hour, and then see where that gets you. But yeah, I think it just becomes, it's an exciting routine for myself, pushing my body. Probably train harder than you do when you're at the training ground, because a lot of hill runs that are here, especially around Karaka Bay. So it definitely keeps you busy, but you can't beat that competitiveness. And I miss that kind of challenge every day. You're going in with the players, and yeah, that's the biggest miss for me.
I bet. Well, I'm just on that. I mean, you talked about the banter before, and it's obvious from the outside looking in what a tight bunch of players you are. But with that comes, giving a lot of jib to your teammates. So can I ask you this? In isolation, who do you think would be spending the most time just looking at themselves in the mirror, making sure that their hair's right, making sure that they look good, even in isolation?
Well, I know for a fact David Ball will be. David Donald Trump Ball, with his wig, is flapping around in this wind, by the way. Honestly, I can picture, he's been on his run sometimes, just like make sure he's doing a run with his FaceTime. I'm looking at him going, that wig is flying around like Donald Trump. So I'm sure he'll be hitting the barbers up when the quarantine gets sorted out. But yeah, 100%, he's looking at that in the mirror going, what am I doing? I think just him, to be fair. The rest of the lads, they take care of themselves good. They know what they're doing. They look after themselves, to be fair.
Is anybody notoriously late to things? Late for the coach, late for a training session, late for breakfast, whatever it might be? No,
not okay. We're quite good with that. I think it's the respect that we've got in the changing room. There's not many people that are coming late. They're even we've got a fine master and all that who Ollie keeps on top of the boys. But yeah, the boys are very good. I think that's just respect, to be fair. And I've been around bad dressing rooms where the people just come in half an hour late and stuff like that. And I think that's just a lack of respect to your teammates more than anything. So for me, if someone says you've got to be there for 9 o'clock, I think as of 9 o'clock, you're late. So you could be in before that.
And what about the way guys dress? You talked about Ballie's hair. Any of the guys, what they wander in the change room in their street clothes, and you think, what are you doing, mate?
David Ball does like a spray on tracksuit, tight as anything. You can see his nipples popping through that tight. But no, to be fair, the lads, they're all right. They're always in shorts and t-shirt, very relaxed. So we've got a good group. No one really any funky outfits, so pretty casual.
All right. And finally, on the grass, if you get to pick a five-a-side team, you lead a five-a-side team. We'll leave keepers out of it. Yep. So which 4 players are you taking with you in a five-a-side team to take on any combination of the rest in the squad?
Oh, I think I'll have myself in there.
Yeah, of course.
With Libby Kakachi, Alex Rufer, David Ball, and Gary Hooper.
Kakachi, Rufer, Ball, Hooper, Taylor. You reckon that team beats any combination of the rest? Absolutely.
You got full of dogs in there.
I was just thinking that, actually. There'd be some tackles flying in, wouldn't there?
Yeah, you got a bit of everything there. So I think a bit of strength and power in there. So you got a bit of pace. So happy days there.
Good stuff. Well, obviously a lot of fans watching this, Stevie. So your message to them as you guys continue to prepare for a return to the field, you got any message for the fans?
Yeah, obviously, we can't wait to get back out there and just stay safe and look after yourselves and your family. Spend your quality time there and look forward to seeing the Phoenix back on the pitch.
Great to see you, mate. Thanks for taking the time. We'll catch up soon.
Look after yourself, mate. Cheers.